See, I was raised different. I'm sure some of you were. When I was growing up, we didn't have playground equipment at the school made out of smooth, soft plastic with chopped foam and wood chips underneath it, surrounded by playground supervisors to encourage you to cooperate and participate in a positive manner so we could put gold stickers up on a calendar to improve your self-esteem and enhance your ego. Crap that was, huh? You know what we had, huh? Right, huh? Metal pipes on an asphalt parking lot. Metal pipes painted with a lead-based paint. Remember that? There was so much lead in it, you could peel it off with your fingernail and roll it into a ball and put it in your mouth. And spit it at other kids like a bullet. Until your hair started falling out and your vision went bad. But other than that, it was a good time. Top of those metal poles, 15, 16 feet in the air. And we'd hang on rusty rings and chains. And then we'd see another kid hanging from a rusty ring. And we'd swing back and we'd kick him. And we start swinging back and forth, and we'd be kicking at each other till we met in the middle, wrapped our legs around, and started hitting each other's hands with that ring. We looked like a bunch of howler monkeys on crack fighting up there. Kids would fall. Kids fell. I fell. Hit the pavement. Broke my leg. Bone came ripping right out of my jeans, sticking right out like this. Yeah. No big deal, because my mother ran to my side like any good mother would. Ran right up to me, came up to me and said, "Well, stupid. Now, next time you'll know, stupid should hurt. Now walk it off. And don't scrape the floor with that bone. Push it back in place." Because she loved me. Kids nowadays probably had, I bet you had a playground set in your own backyard, didn't you? No, you didn't? Sue your parents. Kids sue their parents nowadays. That would have been good. If I tried that, there'd be, "Whatever happened to Roger?" Don't know. Roger who? Never saw him. Plastic guards on the chains so you don't pinch your little fingers as they're swinging back and forth between the adults who keep you from going too high because you might fall, but there's a safety belt also going around the front, and you wear a bike helmet at all times for all outdoor activities. We didn't have that, did we? No. You know what we had? Old 2x12 of weathered wood. Remember that? Hooked up to logging chains. Yeah, logging chains that pinched your finger in between each link. Remember, you get that blood vessel breaking open there. Maybe you get pinched in there real tight. You didn't realize it till you went to jump off the swing set. You went one way, your hand went the other, peeling skin right off of it. Yeah, good times, am I right? There was always that one kid in every single recess who thought he could swing all the way around. That he could defy the laws of physics and get enough speed going so he would start to get going up and eventually come all the way around. And we'd watch and we'd be out there gathered going, "Here comes the good part." Because you'd get to that point where you get so much momentum. And he'd be up above the swing set. Remember that? And he'd freak out. Said you get slack in the chain. And now it was showtime. Because he'd lose his grip. And he'd fall. And he'd hit the pavement like a sack of potatoes. Just whack. And then he'd stagger to his feet, dazed and confused. Just in time for the swing to come back around again. thinned out the herd, didn't we? You see, parents now, they have to have plastic slides for their kids. I bet you some of you had it. Did you have a plastic slide in your backyard, did you? Of course you did. Plastic. With an incline about like this. Oh, don't worry, there's a protective dome going over the entire length of it, and there's a parent waiting at the bottom as they come down like they're coming out of the birth canal again to offer you words of encouragement and positive reinforcement for using gravity. We didn't have that when I was a kid. No, we didn't have that. We had metal slides. Remember those? With a ladder that went straight up. Remember that? A metal ladder. In fact, it seemed to actually kind of... Remember that? And you always wanted to be the first one up, so you'd run up those metal steps. Those nice, well-polished, slippery metal steps. And your feet would slip out from underneath you. But we didn't fall. Didn't fall. Yeah. We were slowed down by our shin catching and getting a nice curly cue of flesh all the way from ankle up to knee. Remember that? Which slowed us down enough so our chin could ratchet us down the rest of the way. While another kid behind us was going, "Get your butt up there," shoving you right into the rear end of a kid ahead of you who had just gotten done eating egg salad sandwiches for lunch. Let that one percolate for a while. And when we got up there, we all thought we were going to go down like a rocket, didn't we? Never happened. Because you could take a metal slide and set it outdoors on a day like today, right? Or the coldest day in February, and they would be the exact same temperature. Hot. Real hot. Remember, you'd get up there and you'd slap your butt on it. Your butt would sear to it like a burger on a hot, ungreased grill. Just, and there you stuck. You couldn't move. And the kids are yelling, "Get moving!" Right? Finally, you grab the rails and all the way down with your jeans riding up your crotch. Jeans like you have, sunshine. We got jeans that are already broken in for you. Jeans with great big holes and ripped and torn and faded to make it look like you're working. You can't even break in your own jeans anymore. You gotta have a kid working in an Asian sweatshop for 8 cents a week, rubbing rock on a piece of denim going, "Lazy American kids." But it's not your fault, young people. It's not. We let you live. Because things were different when I was a kid. I'm not saying better. They were different. I mean, really, it's true. Every day we face possible death or injury because that's what our parents wanted, to keep us on our toes. Everything was designed to hurt or kill us. I grew up on a farm. I grew up around heavy equipment, buzzing and whirring, huge cattle, angry bulls, mad boars and sows on our farm. Every day you would just come home and go, hunks of flesh ripped out of you. We'd have pieces of equipment running and just roaring away, and all of a sudden you'd hear, and you never saw that brother again.